All right, guys, here we go with the Beating Bam Playoff Prelims. I'm excited to do this feature card featuring Rynoroller, Puttfluffer, and Scaredlilpuspus. For those of you that don't know, the playoffs are basically anyone that beat Bam during the last 5 or 6 events that he's had since the last playoffs. So that's who qualified, and then the top 20 after the first 3 rounds are going to make the final. So this is round 1 of the prelims featuring these 3 players. So let's get to know them a little bit. Starting out with Rynoroller. He is 41 years old from Knoxville, Tennessee. I asked him, give me one word that describes how it is to beat Bam, and he said bananas. His strength in Disc Golf Valley is the parachute, so hopefully we get to see that featured throughout his play. And then his weakness is Frozen Valley, so he's probably hoping there are no Frozen Valley holes in this layout. Next we got Puttfluffer, 36 from Harbor Springs, Michigan, and he says beating Bam is a piece of cake, basically. His strength is lakeside, and his weakness is his rage. So we'll see if we get to see either of those 2 things featured throughout his round today. And then last but not least, we have Puss, age 33, from your mom's house. Beating Bam, yes. Strength balls, weakness balls. So hopefully we don't get to see either of his strength or weaknesses. But should be an entertaining round. Let's see how these fellas do in the first round of the prelims. All right, first off the tee, we're going to have Rynoroller. Let's see what kind of layout we got. I'm expecting lots of separation. Ooh, we're starting off with Foxtail Meadows 9 and a huge headwind. This is tough here. He's going glide, skip, rive, aiming down the left side. Should turn to the right with all that headwind and 4 left to right. This is one of the holes that most people are usually going to be getting eagle, but with winds like this, it makes the eagle on this hole very difficult. But he actually had a really good drive. It's hard to imagine a better drive than that one. So great start for Rynoroller. Puttfluffer off the tee. Let's see what he chooses to throw. Thought about it for a little while, but decided on the light glide ride. Probably looking for that max carry to try to get him down as far as he can. Understanding that if you get in this wheat or whatever that is right there, then it's hard to get out of that very cleanly. So nice drive from him. Here goes Puss. Looks like he's going to be going with the glide, skip, rive as well. Classic pink looking. And nice looking shot. Let's see if it carries far enough. Just like I thought with this wind, it's going to land in the middle of that grass. Slows it down quite a bit. Let's see Puttfluffer's second shot. Is he going to go for it? Not quite sure if he can get there or not, and that's probably what he's debating. He decides to lay up. Looks like he threw skip sapphire, so interesting layup disc. Oh no! Oh man, some good fortune there. I thought that was going to skip off the rock into the water. Puss, probably really considering going for it, but changes his mind and just lays up with his accurate roll sapphire. And then here we go with Rynoroller. He had the best shot off the tee, so it looks like he's gearing up to go for this with his water skip world. Great disc, cool looking disc with that sweet trail. Oh, this looks fantastic. Get off the water. Oh, he gets up there. Man, this could be a awesome eagle in a very difficult wind, 57 feet. He likes to throw that parachute. Let's see how he does in a 4-wind. I'm curious with that parachute, all that lift, how much it lifts. Oh, not enough. Dang, horrible. Great opportunity for a difficult eagle there. Unable to do so. Puttfluffer, or not Puttfluffer, Puss here with his roll sapphire trying to get the throw in for eagle. Decent little bid there, but he finishes off for his birdie. And then we'll see Puttfluffer finish up. So both these guys with a birdie so far. This would give him the lead if he could drop this one in. And no luck there with the Explorer. So all 3 of these guys are going to come away with a birdie. We're all tied up at -1.
What up? I promised Aaron I would keep the commentary clean this time so that Curly Red's mom and dad won't take away his computer again from listening to no words on YouTube. Anyway, here's Rynoroller, glide skip paradigm off the tee with a little bit of hyzer. Right where you want it to be. Can't get the max distance with a flippy disc in this headwind, but it's somewhat easier to hit the fairway. Accurate, sticky, Parachute is the weapon of choice for this player for these kinds of shots. Chooses to aim lower quite a bit. Just misses to the right. Walks away with the birdie in this terrible headwind. Mr. Puttfluffer going with glide, skip, drive, little bit of hyzer. This looking a little left. That's OB. Okay, from the drop zone, the most popular throw-in disc in the game, the fuse, with no hesitation, dead center, nice. Who we got next? Oh, Scaredlilpuspus, one of the all-time greatest players, quite possibly the best. And I've heard this guy is also the most handsome man in Finland. Glide, skip, cloud breaker, taking the right side, easy peasy. Glide, accurate, pure, default aim. This guy doesn't mess around. What a beautiful throw-in.
All right, thank you, Puss Puss, for the guest commentary. We're going to rotate holes, so excited about that. Looks like he's going to fluff his ego up a little bit with his commentary. But here he goes off the tee. Maple Hill, 17 diamond. Oh, does he get through enough? He might have gotten through and be able to get away with this. Not the best tee shot, but it might just work out. He adjusts his aim a little bit, which he doesn't do very often with that pure, but he gets it to go for the eagle. Nicely done. Rynoroller, see what he chooses to do. Looks like he's going to skip sapphire on a backhand. Interesting play. Let's see how it works out. I like it though. That's definitely my style. Gets a good skip. Nice. I might have to try that out. I usually go turn, glide, drive, and it works out well, but you don't need all that distance, as he just showed. Finishing off with the parachute. Nicely done. Nice eagle from Rynoroller. Moves him to 4 under par. And here we go with Puttfluffer. Throwing his impressive Who's Got 20 turn, glide, arrive. 154. Is he going to run it with the fuse? Oh, it's off the right side. Stop. Oh no. See if he's got a look. Does not look good down here. He might be considering rethrow, and that's why he hasn't tapped move to lie yet. Oh, he does. He goes rethrow, so he's pretty confident in this throw-in. Adjusts his aim a little bit, maybe gives it a little more hyzer. Oh, and leaves it short. Puttfluffer having a rough go. These 2 holes in for par.
Lakeside 8. Puss throwing the trust. I've heard he doesn't really know how to throw this disc. He just likes to flame trail because he's a childish idiot. Just missing to the right. Taps it in with the quattro formaggi. Now Mr. Rhino with the warship. Cool stamp, by the way. Kind of straight pull down. Just missing to the right. Gonna tap it in for the birdie for 3 under total. Now Mr. Puttfluffer, Mr. Lakeside, Sticky Explorer, backhand, looking good. Oh, that's bullshit. That was kind of like a 50-50 that didn't stay in, I think. Maybe.
All right, hole number 5, we get Smoothie Land, so I was a little surprised to see this in the layout. Here goes Puss Puss. And it's going to stay in around the rim. So this is a hole that maybe a little bit of controversy. I was surprised to see it in there. You can make an ace, but there can be some issues with the big old chains. So we'll see how these other players are able to handle it. Here goes Rynoroller. Throwing his accurate sticky Crute. Not a disc you see in a ton of people's bags, but here we go. Oh, it's off to the left side. Sit down right there. No, he gets a roll away too. That's tough. Let's see if he's going to throw it. Let's switch over to Puttfluffer and see how he does. Well, Rynoroller considers his second shot here. With that big old tree in the way. So Puttfluffer, see what he goes with. Glide Sapphire, looks like. Aims off to the right with that crosswind and a little too far to the right, so he's going to be wide right. Doesn't go in the drink, so he should have a look to save a birdie at least. Let's see if he can do so. We'll go back over to Rynoroller. He's going to try to put a little hyzer around the tree here. And, ooh, too high off the branch and into the Kool-Aid, whatever that is, the purple drink. All right, saving a bogey. No, he didn't wait for the straw to pass. Oh, this is a disaster. This is hard to watch. All right, parachute. Here we go. I stay in. Oh, it barely stays in. Triple bogey. And that's why there's a little bit of controversy on this hole being in the layout. But hey, it's the same for everyone. No, Puttfluffer wide right. He's just going to re-tee. I think that rage that you've heard about being his weakness is... No, you got to be kidding me. Oh, I guarantee if we heard his audio right now, it would be eligible for Puspus's channel. Oh, you got to be kidding me. This is hard to watch right now. So there you go, guys. It happens to the best. Oh, man. Anyway, there you go with hole number 5.
Yeah, that was rough. Puspus Kalevala hole 8. I've just received info to the commentary booth from a reliable source that this guy has no idea how to play these Kalevala holes. Goes with the roll sapphire, way OB in the lava. Can he save the birdie? Aims up, powers down. Yes, he can. Next up, Mr. Rhino. That's a colorful bag, looking nice. He goes for the water skip, sticky crut. How do you pronounce that? Hyzer shots. Looking kind of speedy. Just misses the huge axe. That would have been kind of like a tapping eagle. Now he has this. What will he do? Goes for the harp. Sticky harp. No. Parachute. Forehand. Aims high. Is he going for it? Maybe. But it sticks next to the basket. Tap-in birdie. No harm done, really. Mr. Fluff. Skip sapphire. Right side. Power down a little bit. Looking good. Just barely missing the axe. So the axe is kind of like a backstop. I see. Alright, good to know. Trying to throw in the fuse. No hesitation. Just barely missing it. Taps in for the birdie with the light glide. Full power.
All right, here we go with Nokia 15. One of the most difficult par 3s in the game. Puspus going with a power down. Skip sapphire. Nicely done. Look at that scorecard, man. If that's not testament as to good separator holes, I don't know what is. But obviously it was that main Smoothie Land hole, but still -10, -3, and even. So bunch of separation in this first round, and I think the other two are designed that way as well. Here we go with Rynoroller. Throws the air shot. Interesting play that worked out really well. And he's got a putt from 43 feet, which he finishes with ease. Moving over to Puttfluffer. Looks like he's going skip sapphire as well as Puspus. I think he did full power. It just skips before the little creek and just stays fair. So nicely done from Puttfluffer. Gonna get him back into the green at 1 under par. Moving on.
Hole 8, Kalevala hole 9, par 5. Forewind, headwind, left to right. Cloudbreaker, nose down, hyzer flip, kind of Goes way up there. Next, Mr. Rhino. Glide, skip, drive. Not so much nose down angle as Puttfluffer. Perfect. Way up there. Lastly, Mr. Fluffer. Also glide, skip, drive. A little bit more nose down than Mr. Rhino. Also perfect. Kind of a bad skip. 265 feet, Sticky Explorer goes for the Albi. Why not? Having an awful round, y'all know how it is. Everyone has those rounds sometimes, even awesome players like Fluffy. Nice tap in. Push from 69 meters. He can't help himself. He has to go for the Albi if he sees an opportunity. Misses by a mile, kilometer. What a dumbass. Rhino, 179 feet, has the warship in his hands. He's going for this as well. Why not? He's having the worst round he could possibly have, so why not have some fun? Looking kinda good. Oh, just a little high. Nice run. Alright, back to you, AC.
All right, thanks again to Puss for providing some ever entertaining commentary. Always awesome to have him on. And here he goes, showing us what he can do with his glide dead skip cloud breaker, throwing it in with default aim with his accurate glide pure. See if you can get this awesome finish to a great round. And he does, nails it for the -13 first round. Very solid round. I believe currently he's one shot off the lead after round one. And here we go with Rynoroller, glide, skip, ride, a little bit of Anheuser, get it around that corner. Hope for a good skip. You never know on this hole. You never know on any hole if you're getting a good skip. Goes with that parachute again. Let's see if he can drain it. Doing a little calculations with the wind. Looks like he's aiming pretty directly at the basket. Straight pull down. It's just gonna, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was in. That should have stayed in. These chains can be so brutal. So tough birdie to finish there for Rynoroller in a 6-under round. Puttfluffer. Just kind of in routine mode at this point, I'm sure. Here he goes. See if he can finish off on a high note. Oh, he nails it with his light glide drive. That was awesome. Love that throw in. Shows that rage. Puttfluffer with -4. But there you go after round one. We'll take a look at their actual scorecards. But round one of the prelims in the books for these three players. All over the place. Lots of separation. Mostly that Smoothie Land hole. But still, Puss with a solid round at -13. There you go. There you see the scorecards. A more accurate depiction of the separation. It definitely wasn't just a Smoothie Land hole. Lots of different scores on lots of different holes. But thank you all for sending me your videos and helping me put this together. This is always a fun way to do it. Thanks for Bam for putting these events together. Definitely a ton of time that he puts into this to provide you all for entertainment. All right, guys, on to round number 2.